Fakes a quick pass on the left. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Makes the grab. Gets away from one. Finds some space. He's loose. The 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
A lot of offensive coordinators script the first 18 to 15 plays. Who needs it? Forget that. Just come out and score right away. First possession, you put points on the board. You create some momentum for this offense and for this season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper shows how dangerous this passing game can be. 89 yards on the scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls in the deep ball. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. A run for the quarterback. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, and I've been here before, Reese. Like, I can hear the trash talk right now. Like, wait a minute. I got to cover everybody in the back end, and I'm going to get sacks? Like, hey, defensive line, you want to get me some sacks? Or I guess I'll do it myself.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside.
Touchdown, LSU! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Moore. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Time winding down in the quarters. They come to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Flushed out of the pocket. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up 1 quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs, man. If you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
A 3rd down try for the offense. Caught behind the line. It's Alexander. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The short hands, it's Alexander. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Alexander. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeps it on the bootleg. He'll throw it. With the catch, it's Perry. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Across the... Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the 1st half of the home team.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built He'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they could put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in. It's Dickey. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down, and of course, they're in field goal range.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the option. Now the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Lewis to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Parker. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. To the air on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Ducks.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Just couldn't quite shake free. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Berry. Crosses to 40. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They'll immediately call timeout. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Smith wants to throw. Here's the pressure. Might be looking to run. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but The defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
Timeout, LSU.
Ready! Right! All right!
He'll ride his man on the option. Fights off the defender. Oh, look out on the right. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Touchdown, Tiger! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is